Goodness me! What's up, driver? Listen to this. The E2 locomotive class were next on the chopping block, as all but one of the E2s have been scrapped. The sole surviving member of this class is the Northwestern Railway's #1 locomotive, Thomas. Does this mean all of Thomas's brothers and sisters are cut out? I'm afraid so. Yeah, it is sad that they're gone. Are you going to be okay, Thomas? Oh, I'll be fine. I didn't really get to know them well, after all. When I was built, I was immediately shipped here, so I never got the chance to meet them. Oh, okay. Well, we're around if you need us. Please don't, though. I've got enough emotional baggage as it seems. What are you talking about, Daisy? I'm under-maintained. I swear I'm coming apart at the seams. Rubbish. We're all due for maintenance. We've been busy, though. Come on, Percy, we've got work to do. Coming! See you, Thomas. I just hope I'm not next. Emily, you've done very well here. I'd like to see your work with the passengers. You'll be taking a local train later today. Thank you, sir. In the meantime, I need some empty trucks taken to Ellsbridge Harbour. They're needed at the quarry. Percy will take them along with his goods. Yes, sir. On my way. Awful lot of passengers here today. Yes, sir, there is. There was a rail tower that arrived in Barrow last night. They've travelled into Sodor, and now there's a large demand for space on the coaches. We may actually be short today. Bother! Phew. Nearly done. Tired already, Thomas? Rubbish. Just a lot of passengers on the railway today. Not for much longer. We buses are making great strides in being rubbish. Good morning! The fat controller sure has gotten a lot of engines over the years. Of course! You lot need the help. I mean, look at you. You're old. You're nearly 50. Buzz off, Birdie! I've got to leave. Old timer. Thomas, I need you to find Percy on your branch line. He's heading towards the quarry. We have a huge load of stone that needs to be taken to Tidmouth. But what about my passengers? Daisy will handle them. Yes, sir. Replaced by a diesel. Goodness. Wait here, you two. I'll be back later. Okay, Thomas. It's a madhouse today. So many people. I've come from Tidmouth and I'm already nearly full. I need more coaches. There's some in the yard. Take those with you. Right. Be quick about it. Where are the coaches for my local service? In the shed over there. These aren't your sort of coaches, but I suppose they'll do. How dare he say Will do. I don't get it. Why am I being taken off of my trains? Maybe the Fat Controller's gonna replace you. Rubbish. He's never gonna replace me. Hello, Thomas. Those are my coaches. Give them back. Thomas! Shh, you two, I have to focus. I can't believe it. He's been replaced, boys. Shut up. I don't get it. You don't get what? I've gotten some weird looks from engines today. I can't see why. You've been around for a while. And why have you got Thomas's coaches? Thomas's coaches? That would be us, indeed! I don't see why it matters. Oh! How rude! Don't worry, girls. She's not trying to hurt you. She just doesn't understand. Understand what? Annie and Clarabelle are one of three things that Thomas values on this railway. His coaches, his branch line, and his number. Thomas was the first engine to arrive for the North Western Railway. Other engines were about too, but Thomas was the first purchase. He worked the yards as a shunter. I was brought here not too long after him, and we soon became fast friends. Other engines soon arrived, and Thomas and I were pushed to the side. Thomas was too young and small, while I was too old. However, we confided in each other and made sure we wouldn't just sit in the yard, and one day we would leave. My chance came first. I was let out of the shed one day, and I pulled the local train, and it was lovely. Thomas's came a few years later. James arrived on the railway, and he wrecked on his first day. Thomas went to rescue him and brought him home safely. Sir Topham Hatt was so proud, he gave Thomas his own branch line and coaches. No disrespect, but I'm so confused. Thomas wanted his whole life to leave that yard and see the world around him. His branch line was what let him have it, and he takes great pride in it. The branch line, Annie and Clarabelle, his number 1, they're all symbols that he worked for. And Thomas does not want to lose them, especially what's been happening now. What's been happening now? What do you mean I have to use other coaches? Emily isn't due until a few minutes before you need to leave. There just isn't enough time to switch coaches. Bother her! But I don't want to use other coaches. Well, you have to, you daft engine. Pah! I'll report you to the Fat Controller if you carry on like this. Fine. Here's your coaches, Thomas. They're not my coaches, Duck. They're the ones I'm using. Semantics, Thomas. Honestly. Honestly, what, Duck? Never mind. I want a word with her. Thomas, no! Thomas, watch out! Whoa! Thomas, are you... No, I'm not alright. If you think I'm gonna let some newcomer take away all I've worked for, well, you can forget it. Hand over my coaches. Thomas, not another word out of you. Annie, Clarabelle, are you alright? We're fine, Thomas, up until you started shouting. I have a right to. I care for you two. If I may speak, there was a misunderstanding. I accidentally took your coaches by mistake, not purposefully. I'm sorry. Edward told me all about... Thomas, you've got to move. Gordon's not stopping here. He's going on to Tidmouth in this run. Which means he's not going to be slowing down. Driver, moving now. I can't. They're jammed hard. Oh, bother. Daisy was right. We do need maintenance. Oh, we've got to move you. How? Hold on, Thomas. Come on. Come on. Thomas, get off my line! I can do this. Come on. Brakes. Not this again. Whew. Thank you. Thomas, the tank engine! I have never seen such a display of recklessness. You could have caused a serious accident. To be fair, sir, the only reason why Thomas couldn't move was because of being under maintenance. In fact, his branch line friends need it. Oh yes, you are right, Emily. I am sorry about that, Thomas, but you should learn to control your anger. Duck can take your train. Emily, take him to the works. I'm sorry, Emily, about everything. Never mind, it's not your fault. I understand everything. Edward told me about your past. You know, Thomas, you're really admirable. I wonder why you're so famous. Even in the darkest hours, you still shine. Not today. All I did was make a fool of myself. My prestige is all who I am. You've got a point. And I'm sorry to hear about your family. Ugh, I feel so self-absorbed. I'm the only one of my kind left, yet I cared so much about myself today. There's only two of us Sterlings left. My oldest sister and I. It's a scary world to be an engine in. Agreed. We reached a point where things are so different. Not much changes here on Sodor, but outside, it's like day and night. It's no longer about us individually, Thomas. It's about us steam engines. You're right. And thank you, Emily. You're welcome, Thomas. Right. I've called you both here to discuss your next assignment here on the railway. Aye, sir, but what is it? For right now, it's top secret. I need you to carry this out at night. I don't want the others to know for now. I've been planning this for years and I'm finally able to bring things to fruition. So what do we do exactly? Pick up trains waiting here and take them to the specific location. I'll disclose that information when you get your first assignment. Aye! Shh! You don't want to wake everyone up. Precisely why I need this quiet for now. I picked you two as you seem to have quickly become my most trusted engines. And you should be able to handle these loads. Your work starts tomorrow.
Aye, sir.